Hello everyone. Today we're going to be playing something a little bit different. This was on the PlayStation Plus membership thing. Got this game for free. It's a story-driven walking simulator type game, I think. I usually don't play these type of games, but I felt like playing something a little bit more relaxing. So let's see what this game is all about. I don't think it's very long, so... No, sure. Let's play a new game. What remains of Edith Finch? We're on a boat. I can already tell that it's 30 FPS. Sorry, I have to. I can't stand it. Anyway. Edith Finch. How do I...
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up. Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Okay. So we can zoom in. Nope, that's the menu.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Doesn't look like there's a run button. What does it say? Orcas Island Gazette.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Don't really need to take them. Not my concern.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
No trespassing. So our brother died. No trespassing. This property is protected by video surveillance. Okay.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Alright, we've got a key.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. We can go down or we can go up. Down looks kind of scary.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
It's nice that I don't have to do all the talking myself. The game talks to us.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Graphics aren't great for PS4. Look a little flat. Who takes tiny steps like this? Come on. Immersion. Also very dark.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Oh shit. No wonder he died. Is that a snake?
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond.
Okay.
She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
Okay. Just dump them in the trash. Oh. Take bigger steps. Holy shit. Look at this shit. Who walks like this?
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Yeah, I can see why.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Garage doesn't have a key lock. Back door. Oh. Well, that's one way to get in.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
What can we drink? Destructo clean? Potting mix. Hey, we had the same type of thing. Lawnmower. So yeah, this is literally just a walking sim, isn't it? Maybe there's puzzles. Hopefully there's puzzles.
For the first time in years,
January 2010.
I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Loving memory of Edith Finch. So they just left the house after he died. Didn't even do the dishes.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Alright.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Apple pie. That's a lot of tuna. Holy shit. Alright.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
It's a lot of books.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Hmm.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
The whirlwind? This is very shut.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, we've got a granny displacer. Holy shit. Yes. Can I write it? Can't write it. Barbarella? Oh, Barbara.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Anything gonna pop out? No. This could be one of those things. Nah, never mind. Oh. Let's wait with the key. Let's check out what else this first level has to offer. Some interesting bugs. Can't flick the light switch.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
After it sank. Alright. Guess we're in the swamp. Cool table. Why can't this game be 60 FPS? Seriously. Is it that hard?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Hmm. Willie.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
There's so much alcohol around, though. Edie. Guess Edie is the grandma.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Great-grandma. Alright, there was one more room. No? I guess not. Oh yeah, there's just the bicycles. Alright. Do we go up or do we go down? That's the question. Let's go up first. This is story progress, I think.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
What? Okay. Alright. Big house. Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
That is fucking creepy. Like, sealing up rooms after people die? Fuck.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Pretty cool room.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh. Oh.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
So, I guess this is the progress, so let's check out the other things. I assume the door downstairs doesn't open then.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Nope. Alright. Fair enough. What else is up here? Ugh, Bigfoot.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Barbara Finch. I guess she was an actor.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
What does Barbara have to offer? Died in... Oh, she died early.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
So, she died at age 16. Is this a common theme? More wine. Oh, and okay, let's wait with that. Any more paintings that I can look at? No. Gregory. He was 1 year old.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
And this is literally just the bathroom. The fuck? One year. Calvin. 11 years.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
What is going on in this house? Sven... Oh. Sure. Whatever. Okay, these two lived a long time. At least Edie did. But, Sven only lived for 49 years.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Okay.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay. Alright, only one way to go. So how long did Molly live? 10 years. I have a feeling something suspicious is going on here. Why is everyone dying so quickly?
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
And Milton died at a young
Reading
age,
this,
like all the
maybe
other
it sounds
people in
like I
this
had a
house.
plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Saving.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Molly. Spike. That's a reference to a game
Molly's gerbil
you
had
might
a
not
tiny
expect.
bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Okay. That's from a Vectrex game. I think it's called Spike.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Is that a clue? How is everything not completely covered in dust?
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh. So now we're little Molly. She has a bigger pace than the other girl. Sheesh. How's your gerbil doing?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh no!
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
You do know what that is, right? Well,
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
go to sleep. Are they Indian? Oh, there's a toilet in here?
I kept eating and eating.
Uh... What?
I ate a lot of things that night.
Okay.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Then I ate my window.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Tripping balls, my girl.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Uh-oh.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Meow. Where to now? Can I go to the bird's nest?
The babies were all gone.
Oh no. Not the babies. I guess I have to go that way. No? Ah, there we go. Controls are a little bit awkward for this.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Gotta eat the bird.
I gobbled her up. And
Splat.
suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
If you see any rabbits, oh, there's a rabbit. And then I ate the
Imagine
rabbit.
his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
There we
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
go. What the fuck? Okay. We're flopping about.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
god, these controls are not inverted. Ah! How do you play with non-inverted controls?
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Why am I an eel? Is this Octodad?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. Passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, we swelled into new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
What a weird game.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer. All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
This girl has a problem. Okay. Well then.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
So there's supposed to be a bathroom here. Can't open it. Well
I
then.
can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
What now?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Alright, next room.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Bit chubby there, aren't you? Maybe she's pregnant.
Louis died a week before we
She's
left.
17 though.
But Edie had already started to memorialize him. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Her room was like a museum.
Odin. He lived for a while.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
A mole man.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Oh, we were called Edith as well, huh?
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Sven. Tragedy strikes again.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
That's not a very nice thing to say. Okay. Oh. The bathroom of the 1-year-old. I think? No.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Maybe
It was a pretty big trace.
There's a frog. Lots of animals. Some Playmobil. A mirror that doesn't work because graphical things. Oh, we got another book. There's a secret in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh shit.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Bit claustrophobic. Mitten.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Fort Calvin. This is the next area, probably. That's I can't. Can I not back out? Guess not. I don't want to go there yet. Command
I guess my
center.
grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Oh, is this another flashback?
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
We're literally killing everyone here.
I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
It's a weird way of handling things.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
So that's a shortcut.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
But that's not what I wanted.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Dreadful stories. Well, let's check the other things first. There isn't really any other things, okay.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Oh god.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
I knew it.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh. All of these off the table. All of them. Rake it. Can't go around there.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Bonk. Oh no, the saw. What's this? Dumbbells.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt.
I'm
and
furious.
And you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Just smash everything. TVs, smash it. 12. It's midnight. What the hell is this? Oh, it's one of those pod seats. Smash it. Smash the pod seat. Ugh. Is my internet okay? Yes, it is. Okay. Creepy skeleton man. What way am I going? Oh, not this way. That's for sure. Walter Finch.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and
She screamed.
was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Smash it.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Windows 10. Why? Alright, where are we going now?
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Can't do it! No.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grown.
Smack him. Oh no!
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
By the time I get there, he's gonna be gone, isn't he? Bum bum bum!
Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
This fucking pod!
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Wow.
Had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Okay.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Okay.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Alright. Definitely not a lot of gameplay in this one. I guess I smacked some things with a crutch. Alright, I know what to do, I think.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
In case you didn't get the hint. Yay. Can't even play pool. Not a single thing to interact with? Okay. Snug tight.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Nothing here to interact? Nope. Nope.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh shit.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories,
We've got water, we've got pea soup, propane. We've got some elven cereal, extra crispy. Jiggly Farms, coconut grape jelly. Mmm. Lovely. Peanut butter, creamy. Tasty beans. Lovely. Sweetie crisps. Man. Beans and peas. And some jiggly jelly.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter. That's a very dark toilet with dishes. Okay. Walter lived a long time. As in 50 years or 48? What is it? Oh, no. 57. Alright. Interesting. Okay. It's a little bit sad.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive the evening. But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
Open
That's
those
what kept
peas.
me sane. Having a schedule, living for today.
Oh, wait, those aren't peas. They're
I always
peaches.
expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Alright, another day.
Even a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Gobble those peaches, come on.
And then one day, everything just stopped.
F. Oh, no. Look at my hands.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone.
It was the mole man.
Maybe you got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Oh, gobble those peaches. How are his
It's been a
hands
week
gonna
now.
look like now?
The longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Oh. Anything else I can interact with? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, the biggest of obstacles. Where's my peaches, man? Alright. Okay. Bunch of books. More jelly. Tomato.
I know it's out there somewhere.
It's the mole man. Tomato ketchup. Red Farms.
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly. And Calvin.
It's a mallet. That is a big trash thing.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
But I want to go back. Oof, that's very dark. Alright. Oh no, what have I done? I walked backwards in the slowest form of walking ever conceived in video gaming.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Is he just gonna get run over by a train?
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Well.
Walter
Oh,
died
Walter.
when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Unbelievable. Alright.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Oh.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I
What
can
else?
only imagine what else she was hiding.
Yep.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Okay.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
She is pregnant. No? She's writing this for her
And the
child.
history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Can't really go back up there. Nope. Nothing here. Guess we're going up the stairs. Slowly, but surely.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Very dark.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the
what?
pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
So we've got Zerpy, Lurpy, Furpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy, and Derpy Jr. Lucy. Oh, how old were these? 94 to 2006. They lived a long time, longer than most of the children. Coco, Tucker, Charlie, Daisy, Lucy, Shadow, Chatsy, Oliver, Bob. My cat's named Bob. Christopher. It's a frog. Bailey the frog.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly Finch. Cat with wings. Calvin Finch. Sven Finch. Edie Finch. Hubnitfdick. Walter Finch. It's just a rock. Is there anything inside of it? Oh. He's just looking. That's kind of cool. Alright. Barbara Finch. She was a star. Are these other things interactable? No. No. Nope. No. Okay.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
So that's where the old house was. So we can... Oh no, there's only one way.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Sanjay Kumar? What are you doing here? No backstory
There's
about...
so many things I wish I could ask my mom now.
No backstory
Part
about
of me
Kumar.
thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
This is so dark. Alright. Saving.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Hey, I knew it. There's the ladder. Anything on this side? Just black.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Okay, that's his story.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
So this guy was a military man and a hunter, it looks like.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
America, fuck yeah. Weren't we in Norway? Okay. looks like we have to do the story thing now. That's definitely blocked off.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
But I can't. I can't look at you.
I'm over here, Dad.
Where? Oh.
Quite.
Where are we trying here?
Just need to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can hit the road.
God damn it. Tell me what to do. Is this really that hard? Oh, you can fucking zoom in. Alright.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole
what?
weekend,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Edith Finch thing. Oh shit. What am I photographing now? The car.
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
There we go.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Pictures of what?
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
Alright, what are we looking for? Is that not it? Guess not. Kind of looked like a heart or something. Alright, what am I looking? Ah, there we
Not have
go.
drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
Why?
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you?
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Nothing quite like being outside. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died. Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
This is a dumb mechanic, to be honest. Ah, there we go.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, You don't have to do anything, but if you want to survive, you need to be strong.
We shot it!
Great shot, Don!
Oh god! Why can't I?
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember
Oh,
that,
I can.
okay?
This game is weird.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
some-
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about.
Dad!
RIP! Oh my god! This game is dark. Jesus.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh boy. Alright, what's next? Can't get out. Guess we go back outside. Feel like this is... Well, I can't go there. Okay, we can't go back from where we came. Can't go here. Alright, what am I missing? Oh, is this window openable? Nope. Alright, where am I going, game? Oh. More dark rooms.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Teamwork, respect, strength, motivational posters.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Okay, let's look at this first. Oh, these are both book thingies. Oh. Divorce contract.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Hold on, sweetie.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
How to 3D.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw.
I want that R. Okay. Oh, that was an achievement. Of course it was.
It sure made him happy.
That was my first achievement. I haven't looked at the achievements list or whatever. Yes, Windows 10, I know. What are we doing here? Oh. These controls are really awkward.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Turn on the tap. Well, Rib Baby is definitely incoming.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Ugh, come on. Everyone dies in this fucking game, so...
I wish you could.
There we go. Whee!
About the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Let's go down the drain. Floop.
I'm sure it's not. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
My controller did a ribbit sound. I forgot that the PS4 has a controller speaker. That's never used. Ever. Alright, who the fuck is Gus? He lived for 13 years? A poem for Gus.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids. At
Yeah,
least
I know the
not
Wii
hard.
has one.
Before the day my brother said
But I
with
didn't-
teenage
I forgot the
disregard
PS4
that he'd
has
be dead
one.
before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Alright, what am I doing? Oh.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Wow. What a big motherfucker.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
It's better than, I don't know. It's somewhat engaging with you have to do stuff, but I mean, walking is doing stuff as well, right? Yes, this is how
Rain came
kites
down
work.
in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
So this is why there's chairs in the trees, I guess.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Did he blow away? Or he got hit by the tent? Okay. No lightning.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Be glad you're called Edie. Gus. Disgusting. Emergency evacuation plan. House rules. No playing outside without permission. No answering door for strangers. No messes after dark. All chores before dark. Respect others. Alright, we've got Dawn left. Throw wave in case of fire. Raise flag. Breakfast. Quiet time. Sleep. Trash. Sweep. Trash. Mop. Mama. Be a baby. Alright.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Computer?
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Free PC game? Which one? Guacamole is also for free on Humble Bundle right now.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Steep. It's Ubi Store. I'll look at it after stream, I guess.
Lewis was born a year later.
Can go down or up. And by we can go down, I mean we probably can't go down. Yep.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else
Snowboarding
to
game.
go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Yeah, if you would stop closing off rooms and repurposing them, then sure you can make it work. But no, every time someone dies,
And for a while,
you
things were
you
good.
close the room
Almost
forever.
normal.
Multiplication tables. Not readable. Analyze objectively. Never stop learning. Assume nothing. Respect criticism. Ask tough questions. Wow. Is this Twitch chat 101? 101? Great job! Awesome. Kappa Pride. Another dead gerbil cage.
But it didn't last.
Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species, variety. Variety, really? Is that part of the triangle? Scientific method. Observation, question, research, hypothesis, experiment. What? Data? Conclusion. Okay. Holy Bible. There's nothing interactable in this entire place. Okay.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
So,
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
there. Nothing. Right, we're opening that window. I have to respect that? Maybe. If it comes from you, then sure. If it comes from HJ, then no.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Okay. What am I doing? No, it's not really what I wanted. Is there a way to... Ah. Aha.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
That's a big-ass booklet. Oh, there's a door.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
This can only end in us dying,
Mom spent
can't
months
it?
searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Okay, I guess we're going back outside.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Alright, where are we going now? Oh, we can go up?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Cannery.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Legalize marijuanas. Got a Chivo for that. Good point.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
How can it still smell like weed 10 years after? It's a game console. Which one? It's the Wonderland Turbo!
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Also in real life. Where's the TV? Good point. I'll have to look for it after.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved.
I'm so multitasking this.
Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
3D!
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him.
Where's my fish?
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Woof!
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
I'm not sure if I'm even supposed to be chopping fish at the same time, but I'm doing it.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then
more
immediately
fish.
Push on.
Give me more fish.
New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
Oh shit.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Beautiful. Get out of my way.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a...
Oh, beautiful prince or handsome queen?
handsome queen.
Why the fuck would I want to go for a beautiful prince?
The queen was on her own quest for...
Sinister serpents.
Sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her
Electric sitar.
electric sitar.
No! Rip song! Fish are in the way. I bet that was an achievement.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
More fish, come on. Faster.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
I thought it was tuna.
My imagination is as real as my body,
clearly not,
he told me.
It's clearly
It's hard to
salmon he's
argue
chopping,
with
but they kept saying the tuna came from the cannery. Oh shit. Are we Lewis? Gotta smoke my weed, man.
He began to forget the world we know.
Oh, there's our console. It's the toggle. It's the Ninduder toggle.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Lewis, the fuck are you doing, man?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
Molly!
His queen waited, holding his crown.
So this is different when you choose Prince, I guess.
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. The rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Off with his head.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So where's the fucking TV? Oh, he has a big TV up there. Not as big as his fucking hookah. Alright, so we can either exit through here. But we could go on the front as well.
On the way
Maybe
back
it leads to
from
the same
Lewis's
thing.
funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Yeah, this comes from the same thing. Oh, never mind. The stairs are broken.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
I think this is the final
I wish
room.
we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
She committed suicide.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
You okay there, bird?
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
It's Edith
Grandma,
Finch.
You know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Alright. What drama is going to happen this time?
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
History of the Finches by Edith Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Oh,
God,
shit.
it smelled awful.
We're going to the old house.
I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
So, Mother didn't commit suicide at least?
We both tried to make the best of it. few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
So how did you get
The
pregnant?
last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone.
Wow.
I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Well, that's the game. Everything ends. What a sad, dark video game. Well, you can hardly call it a video game, but still. So we get random pictures of the programmers, I guess. Thanks, Johan. What? There we go. The producer. Dude, the frog part, the baby part was the best part of this video game. How is that possible? How is the baby part the best part of this video game? That's against all common knowledge. Because I killed the baby. Good point. Peaches. Dude, gobbling those peaches was pretty good too. Annapurna Interactive. That kid's happy. Oh, it's a girl. Playtesters. Annapurna is going under? What do you mean? Oh, it's did they make movies? The Edith Finch team, they all died in 2017. The replay story option is now available. Select Edith to play from beginning. Alright, let's see achievements wise what there is to do. Oh yeah, and stop the recording.